My name is Amanda and this is the video portion for my final exam. First, I'm going to be working with making a salad dressing that my mom used to make when I was little, and I'm going to be using a couple of the techniques we've learned in the past few weeks. So to start off with, here are my ingredients. And for the salad dressing, we are going to start with, we have vegetable oil, we have soy sauce, we have apple cider vinegar, and we have some sugar. So the ingredients together form sort of an emulsion, although in time they return to their immiscible state. Oil is a lipid, as we learned before, and vinegar, as I said in my last video exam, the two don't mix very well and therefore prove their immiscibility, and they maintain their heterogeneous states, and they don't form a homogeneous mixture. So first off, I'm going to measure out the sugar, the vinegar, and the soy sauce all use the same amount of ingredients, and we're going to be using a tablespoon and a teaspoon of each of these. So I'm just going to add that to the bowl. Next, the vinegar. And you could really use cider vinegar or rice vinegar, which I like to use. It's a little bit sweeter, but with the sugar as one of the ingredients, it's sweet enough as it is, in my opinion. And I didn't have it on hand, so it was just easiest to use what I had on hand. And then the last ingredient that uses the same portion is the soy sauce. And I know they sound weird together, but I swear they taste so good. Okay, so those are the first three ingredients, and then the next ingredient is going to be vegetable oil. And for that we're going to use 1/4 cup, and I'm just going to add that to the mixture that's already there. As you can see within the mixture, the ingredients are clearly separated, and after stirring, it will change just a little bit, but only temporarily. So right now you can see that the soy sauce and the vinegar and the sugar have all sunk to the bottom, and the oil is on top. After mixing up the salad dressing a little bit, I put it in the fridge to let it cool down to the appropriate temperature. And next I'm going to start preparing my tofu for browning. So whenever I work with tofu, I try to find new ingredients, and one that I found had to do with one of our first lectures where we talked about cornstarch. And this recipe wanted us to coat the tofu with cornstarch in order to get a nice brown crispy crust when we go head to our heated skillet in order to brown the tofu. So first, when preparing tofu, a lot of the times you'll want to squeeze a little bit of water out. So I've already cut two nice little slivers, and as you can see, there's already some of the water and juices coming out of it. So I'm just going to let that sit with one plate on top of the tofu and one underneath in order to catch the water. And then we'll let that sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll come back to it and start coating it in order to brown it. Our tofu is done drying out, and I laid a paper towel down to soak up some of the excess water. And next we're going to take it and just coat it lightly with the cornstarch on all sides. And then after that, we're just going to toss it into this pan with some hot oil and get it ready to start browning, and then I'll check back with you when it's done browning because I'm short on time. So it'll just take just a couple of minutes with the oil on the cornstarch covered tofu, and then I'll check back with you. You can see each side of the tofu is nice and crispy brown, and when it was browning, the tofu was able to soak up a little bit of the flavor from the olive oil, and our tofu has like a nice crispy texture because of the cornstarch, which is something I've never done before, so that was new for me. And the inside's going to be more like what tofu's texture is normally. And then over here we have our salad dressing mixture, so I'm looking forward to trying it, and that is my final presentation. So thank you very much for a wonderful semester, and I look forward to using these techniques that I've learned in your class.